Good morning, everyone. Respected Sri Navin Mittal Garu, IAS, Commissioner, Collegiate Education and Technical Education, and President of this function. Sri Sundar Garu, Professor Prasanna Garu, Deepti Garu, and all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. At the outset, I congratulate the India Global Education leaders for conducting a education festival in the area of education system, how it is changing from time to time, and what is the transformation of education system. Really, it is a need of the hour to think, to discuss, to deliberate about the changes taking place in the education system is concerned. And the first inaugural address given by Sri Navin Mittal Garu is a very deliberative, and it has given a roadmap for all the speakers and the audience to think about the changes in education is concerned. We are all aware that the change is a constant. Nobody can stop. Definitely it happens wherever, whenever, whatever it may be. So we have so many revolutions in the society. That may be industrial revolution, that may be an agriculture revolution, or any other revolution. In the same time, the education also needs a revolution, a reform to meet the demands of the society, to meet the expectations of the society, to meet the expectations of individuals who are entering into the educational institutions. We are all aware that every debate, every surveys, so many reports indicating that the existing education system and employability is a huge gap. There is a gap. The skills which we are providing in the classroom is not able to meet the demand of employers, demand of the industries. And we are not making them to become employable of these industries are concerned. So that is a big question in every institution and every university is having. The second thing is not only the employment purpose. What are the changes taking place around us? How best we are able to adapt it. The adoption has also become very important. The changes taking place, that may be a technological change, that may be a domain knowledge, or that may be the expectations of the society, how we are making. So adaptability of your environment is also very important. So keeping this in our mind, the changing in the scenario, how best our educational system, our curriculum will meet the demands of the students to become employable. That is one of the important area. If you want to make them employable, what are the requirements we have to do? We have to do, as our earlier speaker said, the curriculum redesigning. Whatever we are teaching, it may not be relevant to tomorrow. We are going to train, we are going to produce a future generations. So when you have a future generations in your mind, how best our curriculum, how best our syllabus, how best our evaluation system will train, will mold the students to meet the future demands of society, future demands of industries, future requirements of the society is concerned. So that's why this type of deliberations, this type of seminars definitely will make us to understand each other, share our knowledge, and make our institutions, make our syllabus more vibrant to meet the demands of the society. This is the first thing I want to understand. The second is how we make the teaching learning methods. We are all thinking about the technology. Now, the whole debate moves around the technology. The online is becoming mandatory, or it is or blended learning, teaching methods has become. Okay, if you are, the technology has forced us to adapt it from every aspect, from house to the any innovations of aerosciences, we need the technology. So if you have that much of demand of technology in reforming of every aspects of the society, from industries to the institutions, how best we can make our teachers to train to understand the technological learning, whatever the blended learning, whatever the online learning, and how best we can use up the technology for the teachers. So the training of teachers also has become a very, very important, particularly in the era of Corona, the pandemic situation. It has forced us to go for the online teaching. And it has made double, triple to adapting of the technology. So if that is the case, how best we can train the teachers to teach the online classes, to teach the blended model of teaching, and also how best we can train, how best we can motivate the students to adopt this system to understand of lessons and sustain their interest to continue the study. As Sri Navin Mittal said, there is a lot of difference in physical teaching, learning, and online or blended teaching, learning. So how best we can make the students to sustain their interest in online also, in blended also. That type of training is also very essential in this present scenario is concerned. The second important challenge which we have in the present scenarios, the where we are providing education not only in urban, not only in the capital cities. The population lives in the rural areas, the most unreached areas. So how best we can provide this type of technological education to the rural people, those who are far away from the towns, where the technology is not accessible, where technology is not usable. There may be a power problem, there may be an internet problem, there may be so many other things. Whatever we are thinking of 040 point education to 5.0 education. So what they need is smartphones, they need internet facilities, laptops, etc., etc. How we can provide this opportunity for the students who are coming into the education institutions. So that's why this type of deliberations definitely enhance our understanding about these 4.0 or 5.0 education system requirements, and we are all aware that the earlier education system, the 1.0 to this 5.0, we have been making number of evaluations. Particularly in the 4.0 education, we know that how the accessibility of technology, computers, internet, etc., etc. Earlier when we are studying, the most of the things we will prepare for the employment, or we will prepare to get some knowledge to understand and question the society or wherever the problem requires. But now the 5.0 education says you should learn the problem solving tools. You should learn a critical thinking, not to only to batti or makki or to copy the things. You should learn how best you can understand critically about your surroundings, about your subject, etc., etc. So when you are becoming critical learner, when you are becoming a problem solving, and when you are coming to the outcome based learning, definitely that will empower the student community to solve all the problems and select a good career for their life. This is the things I know about this reforms in the higher education is concerned. With these few words, I thank the organizers and all the dignitaries for their patient listening. And I also thank the Sri Navin Mittal Garu and Gautam for giving me this opportunity. Thank you one and all.